Hello everyone, welcome back to Kelly Mountain Woodworks. This is going to be my third installment on my Carbide Create tutorial video series. Thank you for all the support and everything on the other two videos. I've gotten quite a few views, and hopefully those other two videos have served to help someone out that was looking for some help. That's the idea behind these videos, is just to try to offer some assistance to people who are struggling with getting the results they want with the Shapeco and having trouble designing in Carbide Create. That's the purpose of these videos, and I just hope that it's helping someone out. So in today's video, we are going to be making a raised letter sign, and I'm going to be showing you how I go about designing those in Carbide Create. I did already upload a video a while back of the actual video of me cutting a raised letter sign, so check that video out as well. In this video, we're going to be making it's going to be a different sign than that one, obviously, because I'm going to cut this sign out later on this week, and I may film part of it and probably include a picture of the finished sign that we're going to design today in Carbide Create at the end of this video. So make sure you stay to the end of the video for that, so that you can see what the actual sign looks like at the end. But we're going to go ahead and just dive right into it. So we just opened Carbide Create, and we're going to select our material. These raised letter signs that I've been selling, I do them 30 inches by 14 and a half. And they are made out of pine, so we're going to select soft wood. And then just hit OK. I'm going to have to zoom way out. Alright, so there's our material that we are going to use for our sign. First thing we are going to do is we're going to select the rectangle vector, and we are going to make this 1 inch smaller than our material piece. So we're going to go 1.5 inches, excuse me, for a border all the way around. So we're going to subtract basically 1.5 inches from this from the material measurements for this smaller rectangle. So since we made that 30 inches, we're going to make this 28.5, and we will make our height 13. And we will hit apply, and then we will center with our alignment tool to our workpiece. Now we have 1.5 inch border all the way around, and now we are going to go ahead and add the text. Now that we have our text box up, we're going to type our text. We want it to say the Wests. I added my own font to Carbide Create that I really like for using. I really like using for these particular signs. It's called Milkshake. And we're just going to play with the measurements until we get it to about the size that we want it. We're going to start off with 4 inches. And that's going to be a little bit too big, so we're going to bump it down to 3.5. We'll split the difference and go 3.75. That's going to look pretty good in our sign. Now, one thing that I have actually seen a lot of questions about in some of the Shapeco groups that I'm in on Facebook is what to do about these things right here. And I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of this stuff, because you do not want that overlap in these signs. On some of these fonts, you can see where the T cuts into the H right here and the H cuts into the E. We want to get rid of all that stuff. So we're going to select our text box. We're going to go over here to offset path. We're going to click that. We're going to take it down to the smallest number it will let us do, which is 1,000th, I believe, and we're going to select outside. And then we are going to hit apply on that. Now, as you can see, those areas are actually a different color. Basically, we just separated that stuff. Now, you have to be extremely careful right here because you can actually move these individually. So what you want to do, we're going to zoom in and we're going to select the part that's overlapped. And we're going to hit delete. Select that deleted the entire outline, the actual original. So what we have right here is the copy that we just made. So we're going to delete these areas that are overlapping. We have them all deleted. Now keep in mind, don't move any of these things right now because I believe they will move separately. You can actually get this out of alignment. See that I can move the T, the outline of the T, H, and E are all one piece now. But if you move them, the inside of the H won't move, so you can actually get it out of alignment. So before you just start moving the things, you want to select the entire part and hit the group tool and make them one piece. Now that they're one piece, the size looks good. We're going to go ahead and center it with the alignment tool. We're going to get it about where we want it as far as height wise, which that looks about right for what I normally do. So we're going to hit the alignment tool and we're just going to align it side to side. That's pretty well aligned, so you didn't actually see that move a whole lot because it was pretty much where it was supposed to be. And now we're going to add another text box. This one we want it to say established. We're going to put a period in there and then 2020. I normally make these about 1.5 inches, and the font that I use on this is Arial Bold. I think we can make it a little bit bigger than that. So we're going to increase the size a little bit. We don't want it to be too big though, because we don't want it to take away from the point of the sign. So we're going to get it about just where it looks good as far as height. And then we're going to hit the alignment tool to put it in the center. Now on these, I add these decorative borders on my last name signs. So we're going to make a 1/2 inch rectangle, and I normally just make them a 1/2 inch by 7 inches for these signs. And then you want to just make sure that you get it about an even distance between the established 2020 and the border. And what I do is I just count the lines. We're 7 lines away from the border on this side, and we're lined up height-wise with that line. So we'll make another one now. For the other side, just make sure that they're both the same length and that they're both a 1/2 inch. And then we'll make sure that it's lined up on the same line and that we're 7 lines away. Which is right there. So that's a pretty good design right there. And at this point, the design is pretty much done. As long as you are happy with the way it looks and the final product is going to be what you're after, then we're going to go ahead and start making the tool path. This is the part that I think a lot of people probably have some trouble with. Knowing exactly how to do this. Since we're doing a raised letter sign, the point behind a raised letter sign is all of the material between this line and the letters is going to be removed, all of it. So the way that I do these, I select everything inside the border. We're going to select first, we're going to select contour. We want the 1/8 inch bit. We're going to go 1/4 of an inch deep, and we're going to cut on the outside of the lines. This is going to basically just cut an outline around all this stuff so that we get this real fine detail. And then we're going to have a tool path that is going to remove the majority of the material. So we're going to just name this toolpath name outline and hit OK. And now that we have the outline done, we don't have a lot of detail as far as the border goes. We're really not doing anything super intricate, and a pocket is basically going to cut right up to the edge of this on the inside. So now we're going to select all of our vectors at the same time. Just select the entire sign. We're going to go back to contour. We're going to change our bit. Select softwood since we're dealing with pine. We're going to select the end mills, and we're going to select the 201 1/4 inch end mill, the bit that comes with the machine. We're going to hit OK. Make sure our cut depth is the same. We're going to label this name pocket, and we're going to hit OK. Oh, yeah, I totally messed up. I did not select pocket, so I'm glad I did that so that you guys can learn not to do what I just did. I instantly noticed that the time is 27 minutes. That is definitely not correct. This should take more than 2 hours. So we're going to right click the name pocket. We're going to hit edit operation. We're going to come down here to offset direction. We're going to select pocket. That is the tool path we want. We're going to remove all of that material. And then we are going to hit OK. 3.5 hours is what we're going to do. I did fail to mention at the beginning of this that I actually don't do 1/4 of an inch deep on these. I actually just do 1/8 of an inch so that to save time. So we're going to change these to 0.125 for 1/8 of an inch. And now the entire sign is going to take about 3 hours to complete with one tool change in the middle. But if you want to see what the sign is going to look like, we'll scroll down here, we'll unselect toolpath, we'll turn this into pine, and we'll hit show simulation. And that's what the final sign will look like. And the raised letter sign that I did earlier, I actually cut the entire sign out without masking anything. Then I spray painted the background white, and then I rolled black paint on the letters. I have since started using Oramask, which actually makes these signs turn out much better. So I may do another video on a raised letter sign showing that process, But I do have another video on my channel called Gift Idea for Grandparents that actually shows the Aura Mask method, and that is actually a much better method I have found than trying to roll paint onto these letters. So that's just an idea. I want to keep this video under 20 minutes long, so I don't really want to get into that on this video, but after I get this sign cut, I will definitely show pictures of this finished sign at the end of this video. But anyway, that's basically the end of it. I hope this helped somebody out, and if it did help you out and you're having trouble making one of these signs in Carbide Create, leave a comment and let me know your experiences down below. And otherwise, have a good day, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you'd like to help support my channel. Thanks a bunch.